every single night. Through laughter, tears, and fears, they've gotten us for years. With jokes and all that's dear, our love's clear. Through laughter, tears, and fears, they've gotten us for years. With jokes and all that's dear, our love's clear.
Hey, yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Love in Black and White, where each week myself and Carlos try and put the love back in you right. I'm one of the hosts, Big Irish J. Hollingsworth, and as usual, we have the co-host, the Black Don Juan, part-time famous, full-time funny, Carlos Anthony.
In the building, what's happening? What's going down in these streets?
And we have a very special guest today, the person that made us change the dynamic of this show from the white guy being single, and well, you also changed it too. It was the white guy that was single and the black dude in the relationship, and now it's a white guy in a relationship, black dude that's single. This is my beautiful girlfriend, wife, significant other, better half.
All that.
Hi, everybody.
I'm going to take this out.
And
of this.
Carlos.
Yeah.
What's happening,
All
Angel? What's going down?
Hey. We're celebrating you this weekend, aren't we?
We celebrate. We're gonna have a good time. I'm looking forward to it. 50.
Yes. And in the chat, we got Sandy J, who celebrated her birthday here at the, what do you call it?
Oh, we went to tacos and beer.
No, what do you call the...
Mhm.
The Kapua Suite.
Yeah. I don't like that you're up higher than I am. Shout out to Sandy, Alice, Mariah, and Victoria. So we were, I said send in your questions, but none were sent in. I came 30 minutes ago and I wasn't about to miss this, Alice said. But Angel's here now, and so you can ask questions. I was going to kind of talk about how we met, our first date, and also you I told you this before about early in our relationship when you called me on some shit, but you were like, you did it very casual. Okay.
Yeah. I remember blowing me off.
Okay, this might be a bad idea already. So
I'm looking forward. I'm gonna sit back and relax and enjoy this.
yeah, exactly, you motherfucker. Yeah, so Angel and I, what up, BS Jeffrey? The dummy always sits below the ventriloquist.
Wow.
There it is. We off and running this weekend. This week.
There, that's better. No, so we were on the dating apps. This is during COVID, or coming out of COVID, right?
It was 2021. Yeah. So but May. So still pretty early.
Yeah, May 2021. We met on Hinge, if you're curious about the dating app. And we were communicating, talking about, because still coming out of COVID, we both were, I think, there's still like nervousness, but I think Vegas closed last and opened first with COVID shit.
Yeah. I think during that time, like, Vegas was the only place you could still get your nails done. So that was nice. But as far as you and I meeting on Hinge, it was nice because I was really reluctant at first.
Yeah.
And it was more or less what people were putting in their boxes. And Jay's tagline, which was great for us, was so how goes it in this pandemic? What are you doing? What are you doing to not go crazy? And I was like, oh, this is fresh.
That was the pickup line. How goes it?
Yeah.
I go with the kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Victoria says, just give Angel the mic. You don't need to talk. Hello. Okay, this is already a fucking bad idea. But yeah, we met on Hinge, and we, like I said, before we actually met, we kept discussing documentaries. You might want to put that in the other, so it's not going further. Yeah. uh, but
All
like
this,
we would
Hold
we
on,
would
hold on, one second, hold on, baby. Oh, never mind. I ain't got nobody to talk to.
I mean, if you yell loud enough, your stalker.
Well, then there's that.
Wrinkles wants to. Will you hold this one sec? So, all right, come on. So we kept before we met. We kept saying like, "Oh, you got to check out this documentary." We bonded over
We
documentaries.
really did. We actually, I think that was the whole conversation. So what are you doing? And I was like, actually watching documentaries. And he loves documentaries just the way I do. So he suggested a few for me. And then he goes, watch this one and then we'll talk about it like tomorrow.
I gave her homework basically. Get off of me,
On
Wrinkles.
the first pre-date, because y'all hadn't gone out yet, have you?
We had
Y'all hadn't gone out before you were giving her documentaries. Y'all had not gone out yet.
Correct.
Okay, so you were giving her homework before the date.
Yeah, that's like
I'm just making sure I
like,
clarify this. I want to make sure people stay
Yeah.
in tune with what's happening here.
you know, you give them tests. You're like, okay, let's see if she listens. I'm your assignment is watch this documentary.
And then I
Yeah.
yeah.
And so our very first date meeting was Spiro had a show. He had the like a cancer benefit show for his wife that passed away. And that was not the show to have her come to.
That was funny. It to me, I had nothing to compare it to except for the fact that it was a very small space, very small little 2-chair cocktail tables, and I guess it wasn't a very good showing. So the comics were like, "We're just going to make this about us." And but then because I was sitting way up in the front with Jay, it often had Jay in the joke. We got to know each other well over bombers and
Yeah, it was and there was 2 shows, right?
yeah, but you told me to come to the second one so we could meet afterwards and just kind of chat and drink.
Yeah, so and it was, I mean, there was hardly any audience members, and there was some girl that I think she was a trapeze artist or something. She got something right here on the chin. But yeah, I when I went on stage, I told the comics, I was like, we will talk about this show like Vietnam vets talk about Vietnam. Like they're like, man, we made it through some shit. You know, it was.
Oh, I remember something about that night too. I don't know if you remember this. The girl. Well, I mean, I know she was a girl. I'm gonna be eating it. Okay. So she literally walks over to the table and asks Jay to step away so she could talk to him. I thought maybe it was another comic. I didn't know. No, she tells you, you're kind of cute for a white boy.
I don't even remember that.
And she tried to pick you up while I was sitting at the table with you.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. This is what went down. This is what went down on the first date.
And this is at my fattest. So I don't know what the fuck that person was looking at. Yeah.
As you said, she was or was not a comic. She just happened to be some woman that was at the show.
Exactly.
I don't even remember because when I'm with Angel, I only see her.
Oh, that was
And the lip. Okay.
No, you missed the wink.
Was she well, hold on, was she black or white?
She was a sister. She definitely was like, you're kind of cute.
Okay, she was like, I'm about to take this sister's man. I'm about to take this other sister's
like, I don't know about her, but I'm gonna go ahead and get mine in. Right.
Right.
Sandy said Angel got disrespected twice early on, shaking my head. And Alice said she was ready to tussle for Jay. I don't even remember that. I was like, this is like a bar show. This isn't the normal shows. But she was like, no, this is great.
It was fun. I had a good time. And then we got to sit and chat for a little bit and just get to know each other over a drink.
Trix was there. Spiro was there. Yeah. And it was just, oh man, that show was not a fun one. And then yeah, we like there's, what do you say, kind of milestones or like not check marks, because check mark implies like a test or something, but like there's certain things that I remember, and I've told her this before. We would make plans or whatever, and I guess I was canceling a lot.
And it was at first it was fine because it was like oh, the show popped up. Okay, got it. Oh, I've got to go out of
Mhm.
town after all this weekend. Okay, got it. I get that. I think when it started to pivot was when he was going to be on his podcast, but I don't know if they decided at the moment or if it was always the plan that they were going to get high during the podcast. And so, for those of you that don't know, when Jay gets high, his legs don't even work. He is just done.
Done.
So he can't get high anywhere else but home. And so then he doesn't even call me. I think he texts me. He texts me.
I was high. I was high.
Okay. He was
I
high.
don't, go ahead and put that disclaimer in there. I like that. That was
Right,
good.
yeah. So he was
That
high.
disclaimer there.
And he had to cancel our plans because I think we were going to go to dinner afterwards. And he was like, hey, yeah, I'm going to have to cancel tonight. We ended up getting high on the podcast and I'm done. And that was it. So I
Oh
thought about it.
How are we doing on time? Do we got to cut this off? Or are we almost?
no, we have
are
plenty of
so
time. I don't
good.
have anywhere to be till 8 o'clock. Go on, Angel.
Thank you.
Go
And
on.
I don't remember verbatim what I said, but it was from the heart. Like I really liked hanging out with Jay already. Like we just have fun and it was good. So I don't even think I did pressure. I was like, you know what? I really like hanging out with you. But when I do make plans to hang out with you, I clear everything else. So when you're ready to go out and do something, let me know and we can get together. And it was pretty much just to say, because I'm not really feeling the, last minute cancellations.
Yeah, I'm laughing at these fucking comments in here. First of all, okay, I gotta go back. We'll get to this one, Victoria. But Natasha, what up, Natasha? Natasha, this is lovely Angel? Question mark. Yeah, I mean, you can decide if she's lovely.
Boy, you working on it today, ain't you?
Sandy said, first time I saw Jay high was on Zoom with the homies. No, I was drunk. That wasn't high. I was drunk. Don't do that tonight, Jay. I won't. Alice said, not Jay thinking he was a player. I was high. It wasn't me being a player. But yes, and how she just said it was pretty much, I remember how she said it, even though I was high, but it wasn't a like, well, fuck you. What the fuck? Or it was just that, where it was like, hey, I like when we hang out. I really enjoy our time together. How about you let me know when you can make plans and commit to it, and if I'm free, we'll go out. And it was just I like that because it was like it was a kind of her knowing her worth, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then you know what? It was a quick correction because I don't even think it was that night, but the next day early, you were like, you know what? Sunday. Do you have plans Sunday? And I was like, okay, Sunday is open. And then we went and saw a show.
Yeah.
And not to be cheesy, but it was pretty much sealed at that point.
It was what?
It was sealed at that point.
yeah,
we were consistent and we started at just having committed dates and following through.
Natasha said, I'm on Carlos's side. Love that you're dual streaming, sir. I see.
Absolutely. I'm on my YouTube too. So we try to kill two birds with one stone.
I'm going to cut that shit off.
You said what now?
I said I'm going to cut that shit off. I'm joking.
No, I want to make sure that the people get to understand what the dynamics are here. So I want to make sure that they feel from both sides. But that's what Angel did was what most women should do is say to most men, because then you find out what men are really about is, hey, you get to me when you feel like there's time for me. And if they don't get to you, then you know your worth.
Right.
I should say you know your worth. You know where you are in the pecking order with them. Because men, we know when there's a good one, we'll self-correct real fast.
And it's not even anything for women to get angry over in the beginning because I don't know him that well at that point, and he doesn't know me that well at that point. But so that he can get to know me, I had to make the statement because I knew I wasn't going to move forward, not too much further with that. So
So in other words, you were like, I'm not. You're not about to do WYD text me to death. What you doing? You're not gonna, what you doing?
Right.
You up? You up?
What you doing, girl?
At 2:30 in the morning. Angel was like, the hell you saying?
And I'll answer some questions. Again, no questions were emailed in. Thanks, guys. But so I've seen these questions, some of these questions asked on like, dating shows or whatever. I said I love you first.
Yes. You should tell where.
Right in front of our my major large trash can outside. She was getting ready to leave. It was around your birthday. And I don't know, it just fucking hit me, I guess. I guess I had been thinking about it, and she was about to leave, and my place, my old my apartment, and I was like, "Hey, what did I say? Guess what?" or something.
Oh no, it was, and you did it twice. You were like, "Oh," and then you told me something. I was like, "Okay," and then I said goodbye again. And you said, "Oh, and one more thing," and I was like, "What's up?" And you're like, "I love you," and I was so caught off guard. It was completely mutual, but I think I was goofy. I said, "Well, I hope that shit's mutual," and then I like
Fucking
at-
lyrics. Look at Angel's lyrics.
I had to whole face. But
That's
yeah,
hey,
it was,
listen, there it
it was
is.
a
But you
great
said you said it twice just to make sure she heard it.
So nice. I had to say it twice.
Hey man, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just mad that you did it by the trash cans. I mean, you could have.
I know.
I should have parked my car somewhere else.
Right.
I mean, dude, it was by the trash can. Fucking in my old apartment's cockroaches just skimmering around, and
but that is true love. That is true love. You like, I don't care where this goes down. I'm about to say it right now.
It's just me and you, girl.
Yeah, and also because when I'm with Angel, I don't notice anything else.
I love that. Say that again, babe.
You've said that once. We gonna move on. We gonna get you a new pickup line after this one.
Yeah,
not a pickup line, a new line.
Lyrics, son.
Bars.
Yeah, and this is Victoria's question. Angel, how was it meeting Jay's little stalker?
Oh gosh, it was great. Sandy was there. It was great, and it really was like Jay, I think, was cut off. I think Jay was more uncomfortable than I was because we were walking into the restaurant. She had already not acknowledged me, and then when we went to go sit down, and we were expecting Sandy and at least one or two other people, and I sat down beside her, and then Jay was like, and I was like, "So how was your flight?"
Angel, like, I wish you would.
Sandy said, if they never said it again, you can feel the love between them just being around them. Because Sandy came out and stayed with us for her birthday weekend. Thanks.
I'll co-sign that. I definitely, when I'm around, I definitely feel the energy. It's a good thing. One day, maybe I'll have that.
My best friend, Linda. The fuck. I'm trying to think of other. If you guys have also, if you have questions, toss them out on there. But and then, yeah, we've never since we've been an item or whatever. Like we don't really have fights. Like we'll have things where if we're in a mood, we may snap at something, but whoever's doing the snapping will, eventually be like, yeah, I'm sorry, I was in a mood or whatever. We'll tell each other like, hey, I'm just having an off day. So if I'm like quiet or don't want to talk or whatever, it's not you. It's just, I'm just having a blah day.
Yeah. And I definitely think that like Jay almost like, he doesn't really have many off days. So whenever he does have one, like I really feel like, oh shoot, am I in trouble? Or he's mad because he really just doesn't. And so it's easy to like go, okay, I can compromise on this. I am a person that it's just, I think I'm very much chill. I don't really, sucker. Yeah, that's coming.
Sucker duty. Yeah, we'll tell that story, BS Jeffrey.
So other people know this story already?
I'm talking, yeah, we laugh about it. Finish what you're saying and then we'll
So, I was going to say that basically, we don't really have arguments. We'll have, maybe some irritability is far few in between. And then we almost laugh about it pretty quickly because it's just goofy, and so sucker duty is one of
which, do you want to tell the story or do you want me to?
Hold on, before y'all get to that, y'all get there, because I want to address that for the people so that they understand what does it take to get to that point though, where you can be like that. Is that personal growth or is that growth within both of you together?
About notifying each other.
Argument thing that we're not even when we're going to voice when we have an off day, we're going to acknowledge that personally, and then we're going to acknowledge it together. What does it take to get to that point, or what took it? What brought y'all to that point?
Hey, Carlos, that's a great question. I wish somebody would have sent one in. I mean, one, I think our personalities mesh really well. We're both very chill, and I mean, I've always said that, like, I feel like life is supposed to be enjoyed. You know, shit will come up that you're going to stress about, but my mentality is like, let's handle it, get it solved, or you know, figure out how when it'll be solved, and then get back to enjoying life. So I don't really. I mean, I don't like arguing. I don't. You know, I don't want to. I've never been like a screamer in a fight, or a name caller, or calling you out your name, or any of that. And I mean, I don't know. What
I think, and I think often, like, I can't speak for all women, but I can say for myself, I feel like a man can sometimes set the tone. And I
Mhm.
always feel respected. I always feel valued. I always feel loved. We communicate really well. So there's never a moment in which I'm seething or thinking about, he's trying to get over her. Is that true? It's never that. So, and it's because of the way that our relationship was established from the very beginning. I grew up in music, so I understand schmoozing. I understand, people going
entertainment
out and
also?
handling their business. So I
Mhm.
get that, and that's never a problem. But Jay, he's like, he does a show, and even if he's doing a little schmoozing, he's like, okay, so you want to watch this movie? So okay, I'm at 1 minute and 2 seconds. Are you ready to start? Like, we're just always so
Right.
connected, and we're so transparent. But I think more than anything, I think we love each other and respect each other in a way where we would never want to hurt each other, even with words or with treatment. So I think that's
Did you just nudge me?
Oh, those are very beautiful
Like, get the
responses.
fucking mic out of my face.
There we go. Those are very beautiful responses. See, there it is.
Uh, okay, we're getting some good questions here. Let me go back up. Linda was how tall are all three of y'all? That's from Alice Mariah. So Carlos, you're what, like 5'7"?
Fuck off.
He's a little guy. He's a little dude. He's a little old dude.
I am 6'2". I am 6'2", solid.
You might have shrunk though. You know, getting older. 6'2" for Carlos,
5'8".
6'2".
5'8" for Angel, and 6'8" for moi. Sandy said, "Why did I go buy a bag of caramel Tootsie Rolls and Starburst Suckers? Now I'm addicted." I'm
See?
telling you, I will till the day I die say those are the best candies. And we'll tell the sucker duty. Actually, we'll do this question, and then we'll tell the sucker duty story. So, question from Natasha: what is one thing you admire about each other that you've not told them? Oh,
Great question.
not yet told them. No pressure. Oh, now I got to think about it.
Oh.
What do okay, you got one? You have one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, you could have said it already.
Well, you can see, okay, it's ladies first. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool.
Yeah. Looking out. Look at brother looking out for you. Um, I think that something that I admire about Jay that I've never said to Jay is I love the friend that he is to his friends. I love how he shows up for his friends. They show up for him too, but he's always trying to connect people. He's
Mhm.
like, I just love the way that you try to connect people all the time. You see an opportunity there and you're like, hey, I got a buddy. Let me get his number. As a matter of fact, come to the show. I love that. I love just how generous you are in that sense. And it's for nothing that you're not getting any gain from it per se. It's just you see an opportunity and you want to look out and help people.
That's I definitely like bringing good people together. That's why I always say, like, like Robin, Kelsey, and whether it's with meeting or introducing them to Hillary or whatever. Anyways, yeah. Well, thank you, honey. Mine would be Angel's like a very, very good-hearted. Like, it's weird because I've been saying for the longest before I met Angel, like probably for the last 30 years of my dating life, that I always said it may sound corny, but I've always been like, I just want to meet somebody nice, that's genuinely a nice person, and like Angel has a very good heart. She has a very sweet heart, and like yeah, that's one of the many things I love about her is that she's a very sweet person, nice person, and loving. I like that, and she's just nice. And unless sucker duty comes up. Alice said I'm 5'8" too. I thought Carlos was short. I mean, comparably.
I mean, it's the chair.
Um,
It's the chair, Alice. I'm sitting low right now, but when I get up,
yeah. When he's up, ladies.
I'm
Okay,
up.
sucker duty story. You want to tell the sucker? This is a
My version, you can tell yours.
okay. Yeah, actually, yeah. And this is this is an example, and then we can tell the one about the pictures. These are both examples of like snapping, but then immediately we are fucking like laughing our ass off about it.
And does that make sense?
Oh God, fucking yuck.
Just all in your perception of it.
Yeah.
So, sucker duty. So, let me just lead up by saying I was doing things. And first, I had to run to the store to buy dog food because our dogs at the time were on different food. I think I bought like a 30-pound bag. I didn't ask for help. I brought that in. Then I had to move the other car because the street cleaner was coming. So I did that, and it was raining. I did that. Then I came in the house, and we normally sit down, relax, eat suckers, watch movies, you know, embellish, indulge.
Yeah.
No.
And so, so I did all this running around, went to the store, I came back, I moved the car, I came back. Then I was like, okay, I'm ready to sit down and just relax for the day. And he was sitting in the same exact spot on his computer. All I could see was the light on his face because the lights were off.
Already?
No,
Oh.
not at all. And Justin was home too. And I think Justin was chilling too because we were going to watch a movie. And I don't know, maybe it was just a long day. I snapped. I was like, am I on sucker duty too? That's what we do is we load up our suckers. So what we do is do we need more lemon? Do we need more raspberry? Let's. So I snapped.
All right. Now, from my point of view, so she had, we text throughout the day, like, how's your day? Or, do you need me to grab anything on my home, blah, 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 etc. Right. So, I'm waiting for her to come home. I don't know if we had a movie selected or what. And so, as she got home, I was excited. I'm laying on the couch. I'm like, just can't wait for the love of my life to come over to the couch, and we're going to watch our movie together. And I'm going to smoke, and I'll be, we'll probably have some suckers or whatever. And I'm like on the couch excited because I heard her home, and I'm like, here she comes. She's coming around the corner. My sweet, beautiful, intelligent girlfriend, my love of my life. And as she comes around the corner, she looks on the table and she sees what we keep all the suckers in. And she looks at me and goes, oh, what? So I'm just now on fucking sucker duty now? I fucking got to do everything. I'm on sucker duty? And my first thought was like, oh, I didn't know there was a sucker duty. But now there's a job that I guess that we have to partake in. And, so I was just quiet when she said, I was like, what the fuck? And because I went from like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm gonna get high, I'm gonna be having some suckers, enjoying a movie with my love, and now I'm getting yelled at. And
About sucker duty. Hey,
And the
listen.
moral to the story is he refilled the suckers.
Somebody he got on sucker duty.
dude, I did sucker duty right before this podcast. I'm like, fucking, I ain't never getting yelled at again for that shit. I was like, but now we laugh at it. I like Angel's version better. It was more demure.
Oh, I hate that word.
It wasn't fucking demure at the time. It was manure. It was shit because she just came around the corner. Not hi, my love. I had a pretty stressful day. Oh, what? I'm just on fucking sucker duty now. I thought she was calling me sucker duty.
For some reason, though, I don't think Angel would have said it like that.
Oh, I wish I was recording it. I'm probably doing it nice. Oh, what? I'm just on fucking sucker duty now? I'm on motherfucking sucker duty. I think she called me the N-word too. She may have called me the N-word.
Okay. Well, it probably sounds like it probably was acceptable at that moment.
Yeah. Oh. Now Jay knows this place. Yeah, she did. Oh. And then but like I think even that night we started laughing. Like at the time I get quiet. Like if I'm mad, I get quiet, and also if I'm getting yelled at, I'll get quiet and listen. And and then decide if I'm gonna get killed or whatever. Contrary to her name. Thank you, Alice. Alice is on my side, I think. Alice got my back. Yeah, not the N-word. But the other one, but we were laughing about it that night, I believe. And Angel had mentioned Justin was probably there. For those that don't know, Justin, our friend, our buddy, he rents a room here and lives here with us. We all live together. So if you hear Justin's name mentioned, that's who Justin is. And then the other one, the pictures one. Do you want to tell your story about the here we go.
I mean, your version is going to be very different, but we can start with the truth, because that's okay.
Wait, Alice said, "Hell no, I'm on her side. I ain't getting snapped at." She's gonna be like, "Oh, you just on Jay's duty this time? You on Jay's duty?
Podcast duty? You on Jay's podcast duty?"
Sandy said, "Sweet Justin."
Yes. It's sweet. So pictures. So we do have some pretty nice art in the house, and Jay and I are the same age, even though he thinks I'm the older woman. Like I could sit up by the time he was born. Okay, I could probably roll over. Okay, that's how much older I am than him. But anyway, so we decided some of the art would reflect like our coming of age, teenage years. So we've got like one picture that's like graffiti style, like Air Force Ones, and all that you see in the legs, a girl and a guy. Then he's already had some great art like Muhammad Ali and Biggie and Bruce Lee, Sho'nuff, exactly. So we were going to order some more stuff, and if the same artist, it's really good. But the problem is I did say, okay, hey, yeah, let's get Rakim, because that's the GOAT. And then, I think I came up with Rakim because he's my old-time favorite. Then also,
you know what, actually, for this story, yeah, you chose Rakim. She chose Rakim, sure.
Yeah,
keep going.
I know where this is going.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you do.
And also Mac Miller. I love Mac
so
Miller.
she chose Rakim and Mac Miller.
Then there was this picture that I had been wanting for a few years, and I'll give it to Jay because he found the picture just when I described it. He found it and he had it ordered, and it's just this chick that's you can just see her smile with big red lips, and like she's smoking like a rolled like $100 bill or something. Yeah. So it was dope, and I was waiting for that to come. Then when he was gonna choose a Joker picture, we're like, okay, let's go with the OG. Let's go with Jack Nicholson, right?
It's very classy looking. It may not sound like it, but
yeah. And so basically everything kept arriving, but then one day I come home and he goes, look, did you notice anything? And I'm like, so I see it's Jack Nicholson. My girl hasn't arrived yet. I think the tennis shoes hadn't arrived yet either. And I was like, why is there only men on the walls? Like, I didn't sign up to live in a fucking frat house. Like, a girl lives here. So I kind of in that moment, I was feeling a certain kind of way. And he's like, you ordered these. These are the ones you wanted. He's right. He's right. I give you that.
I think that pretty much sums it up. I don't think I need to really say anything. That was pretty much my side of it too. I'm like, she was like, yeah, and it's always you coming around the corner. It was her coming around the corner because you come down the hallway and it opens up into our living room. That's when sucker duty happened, and that's when why are all these fucking men? Everything got to be a fucking man. I'm like, you ordered these. These are the pictures you wanted.
Okay, you're right. You might be on to something, Sandy. You might be on to something. I'm listening now. I haven't paid attention clear enough. Yeah. So Angel was like, "No, I didn't come here. I didn't come to live in a frat house." That is hilarious.
And let me say something about that, because like my previous place before we merged, my decor is very bohemian. So his is more b-boy. It's like, well, I mean, yeah. So when we were going to merge, I was just like, okay, the living room is mine. You've got the game room. We've got the hallway. Probably just the living room and the bedroom, plus our guest room, the Kapua suite. Jay did everything in it. It's beautiful. But I was feeling in that moment like I was losing myself. It was just, everything was just men. And I was like, if you walked in the house, I was like, how are they going to know a woman lives here? So
well, there's one part you did forget to mention. When we were looking at all the art, I was suggesting Sade. I should from the artist. I also suggested, I think, Erykah Badu. And she didn't want those. She wanted Mac Miller. Excuse me. It's my turn. Thank you. She wanted
hope that's
Rakim.
what you
Remember,
had to
she
say
said
when you just
she
like-
wanted Rakim and Mac Miller, and then coming around the corner, she'll be coming around the corner with. What's all these fucking? Where are all these fucking pictures here that I fucking picked? Why the fuck are these all here?
It was because I love Sade and I love Eric Badu and it was even Amy Winehouse. I just didn't like the artist version of what he did with the pictures. That was why I didn't get that.
Okay.
I'll find it. Victoria said, "Who's the artist?" I'm gonna find it really quick. Do you if somebody wants to throw out a question, I can have Angel answer it while I look it up. Let me see. The dogs are going
here's
crazy.
the other
Hey, get
thing.
out of here.
I'll say something. You actually have to have some. When you have a woman staying with you, she has to put a touch on it. I think that's important for most women. Have to feel like that they added something to the home. So I get that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there it
Okay,
is.
I found it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to share it just so I can share the screen. Okay, sure, whatever. Let's do this. Okay, can you see this, Carlos?
Yep.
Okay, so that's this is the Show Enough painting that I have, or picture, yeah, painting, and the artist, his name is Technodrome 1 on this is on Canva or Canvas,
Okay.
iCanvas. But here's an example of like these are all those different. He's got a definite style to his paintings. And watch out, dogs. Oh, that one's pretty good too. The Kill Bill. But you see like Bob Marley. He's got tons of them, and I love his art. And Carlos has seen it. So Sandy J.
Yep.
She's seen it. But that's it. Let's remove that. Okay, back. And we're back. Okay, here we go. It's Jay Spald regardless. Don't worry, we see that. What the fuck, Alice?
Thank you.
Alice, you've been rocking with us for a while. Angel, this is our first episode. No loyalty. Natasha said, Jay should have asked first before he man, what the fuck, Victoria? God damn it. Oh, what up, Guyanese gal? Natasha said maybe aromatherapy or incense can help in the living room too. No matter what it looks like at any given time, it'll give off a smell you gravitate to as soon as you come home.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's exactly
100%. As a man, I have that in my place. I like a
Yeah.
nice smelling place. I want to walk in. Every time I walk in, I want to feel like it smells fresh and new.
Yeah.
So that's you don't have to be a man or woman for that. Just make sure your place smells nice.
I agree.
Yeah, we try and I mean, like I think our place is kind of, which we like because Angel loves to entertain and I love to entertain, and it's what up, Christine Manning? Not Show Enough on the wall. Oh yeah, I fucking love that Show Enough picture. Stop that screen. Yeah. But like I was gonna say, our place has kind of become like a little what would you say, like event. Like we've been, we're doing Carla. We did Sandy came out and we celebrated her birthday out here, and my buddy Sean, we did for Sean. Victoria knows Sean. And then this weekend, Carlos's birthday, we're celebrating here. So it's gonna be, we're doing a 90s theme, although he should be more 70s. But
you said what? You don't have 90s.
What'd you say?
You said you don't have any 90s.
No, I have 90s. We're doing a 90s theme for you. But it should be 70s though for you.
We're gonna celebrate the year you were born.
I was in the 70s. She was in the 70s.
You were at the very early part of the 70s. The very
71. I mean, what year were you born?
74.
Oh, wait, what was that first number of that?
70.
Oh, so you're in the 70s.
But I wasn't in that early part. When I say early
74
part,
is the early part.
The 70s
hadn't even, the 75
70s hadn't even dried off yet. You don't dry off until after 6.
You're an old motherfucker like us. Yeah, vintage. There you go. The 90s. Who remembers the 90s? Have a little happy
Thank
birthday.
you, Natasha.
Jeffrey, you're in the
Appreciate
60s? You must be 69, 68. 90s. Wagwan.
It's 2
Guy
in the
needs,
90s.
big
That
up,
says a
y'all.
lot. That says a lot, Victoria. You were 2 in the 90s? Oh, yeah. No, we was graduating from high school.
Look at Alice. Alice said, I'm loyal to Angel as well as Carlos's neighbor that he owes shoes to, the stalker.
I don't owe her nothing.
Oh,
She got all she was gonna get.
You also got an early happy birthday
Yep.
in advance, Carlos.
Thank you very much, Tasha.
Victoria was 2 in 90. Black Don't Crack 74. I know. Either just fat because I used to be fat when I was 71. And my baby looks good. Yeah, for an old broad.
Jesus H. Christ.
I'll be hearing that later. Oh, that's gonna be later. Oh, so I'm an old broad on the podcast? Is that what?
When you see it, if you see it hitting that corner, you know what's coming.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be out there like, hey, honey, what movie you want to watch? And she's gonna come around the corner. So I'm the old broad on the fucking podcast. Is that what? Yeah. Look at Justin. Say hi, Justin. Yell it. Okay. You getting the dogs? He's getting the dogs for us. Fucking Wrinkles is fucking. Yeah. All right. Alice said Jay really likes sleeping on the couch. You know, I get high on the couch, and Angel we pass out on the couch. I'd say we've slept more out on the couch than our own bed.
Our bed is comfortable.
Yeah, but except for the dogs, fucking, they'll sleep down by my, like, get between my legs. I can't. I'm like, I can't move the fucking blankets. Get up.
I know how that started, though. I think that started because when we got Apollo and he wasn't really potty trained, it was easier to stay in the living room.
Oh yeah.
So he can go out the dog door versus locking him up in the room. And then it just got to watch movies. I think that's what happened.
Yes, ma'am. I was 21 when I met Jay. Jay was like 60 years old. That's at the parlor. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Jesus. So fucking. Shit doesn't crack. I'm fucking 100 now. God. Guyney said, Jay, we go way back, so I always completed you. Facts? Wait, what? You completed me.
It must be, it's a missing word there.
It's a complete word. Oh, shit. I'm trying to think of any other stories we can tell about. Obviously we've been talking about. Always complimented you. Facts. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Guynese. Guynese is. I mean, everybody on here. I love them all. Yeah, like B.S. Jeffrey is a comic from Seattle. I don't know if you even do comedy anymore, Bradley. But Bradley Stewart Jeffrey, 3 names, like a Unabomber, which he looked like. But we did comedy in Seattle. Victoria, I met at the Parlor. And then Alice and Guynese and Sandy, Christine Manning. This dog is going.
He graduated in 90. I graduated in 89. He says.
I graduated in 90 also. You haven't done so sorry about that. Sorry about what? No, you're fine. I was going to say, we've been talking about it, but this is also, so we got a house together August last year. My first house, you're what, third? And this is also the first time I've ever lived with a woman. I'd had roommates and stuff, but never moved in or lived with anyone before. And I'm actually, now I think about it, overall, I'm pretty shocked at not the fact that this is the first time I've lived with a woman. but like, because at my age, and hers, well, me more, it's more on me. Like I'm for 53 years, 50, 51, 52 before we moved in together, I lived a certain way, and it's been pretty easy. Yeah,
it has. I think probably the only complaint I ever had was,
I'm sorry, your time's up.
shipping area.
Oh yeah, the shipping area. I get so much shit on it. Has slowed down though. It's because I had a bad September, so it's been. But she calls it the shipping area because I get shit from Amazon all the time, and then I'll return it if it doesn't meet my
Your
qualifications or
expectations.
yeah, exactly. So I'll fucking there'll be just Amazon boxes everywhere, and she'll just be like, "Oh, am I just on shipping duty now?" We got it, Guyanese. I got you. I meant compliment when I first got to know Jay. I think Jay was in his 40s. Yeah, probably. It was Guyanese.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna touch on that living with something. I've done it twice, and that's why this next go round, if there's even a next go round, man, it's gonna have to be something like what you guys have, a next level. Because I'm cool, man. I come home now and I'm just like, yeah, I don't have to hear nobody. I don't want to talk. It's a lot of different things, but there's a lot that goes into that. So y'all are doing it the right way. So I applaud that for sure.
Thank you. And honestly, like I think that I have to interact with a lot of people during the day. I have to talk to so many people.
Mhm.
So when I come home, this sounds so bizarre, but I decompress on the news. I may or may not be watching it, but I come in, I shower, PJs, news, and Jay is within a shout's distance gaming. And he'll be like, of course we kiss when I get in. And then he's like, "How you doing, babe? Good. Okay, I'll be over there about 8 or 8:30, like to the couch so we can watch a movie." But I need that. Like I have to just decompress. I don't like to talk to people right away when I come home. And I didn't have to tell him that. He gets it. So it's kind of like our rhythm. And it's the same with him. Like I know if he's doing things, avails communicating with both. I just, that's his thing. And so it's been just a
Right.
really good harmony. It wasn't hard.
Yeah, she knows I can't multitask, so she knows that, like, if I'm doing something, like, she'll wait till I'm done or whatever before she'll ask me anything, or I'll have to be like, "Okay, hold on, let me do this real quick." And yeah, I think part of that, the defragging thing, which shows our age because you don't fucking defrag computers anymore. Oh God. However you want to say it. What's another one? Like you're cleansing your palate. I don't know. You're
I like defragging.
yeah.
It's such a-
But it's before comedy, I worked in customer service, and I would be on the phone for 8 hours, and I would do like 200 calls a day, and so the last thing I wanted to do when I got off work was to talk on the phone or talk at all. And like I remember, I've always said like I didn't love anybody more than I loved my grandma, and my grandma would call me, and like she could hear it in my voice, like if it was after I got off work, and just in the middle of us talking, she would just go, "All right, well, call me when you want to talk. Goodbye." She just knew I just didn't want to talk. So I totally understand the getting off work and you don't want to talk to anybody. You want to just be brain dead for a second. And so like she said, she'll come home, she'll be in the adult living room, whatever you want to call it. She'll be listening to news. Sometimes I'll tell her, I'm like, "Hey, can you turn that up?" And I'll be in the gaming room gaming and listening to it too. And then we would do, I mean, it works great. Let's see here. Jay has always been hilarious. Very true, Guyanese. I was invited to do a podcast with Jay, and it was the best. Oh yeah, the what was it? Fuck it. Now I can't remember. Oh, Aska. Jesus. Me and Kev. Sandy said, "I've done it twice also, and the silent treatments drove me crazy when either of us got upset. I'm good on living with a man again too." BS Jeffrey said, "I'm that way when I wake up. For silence for a while." Yeah, oh yeah.
Everybody has their thing. Everybody has their thing, and I think that's important to realize, especially when you're in a relationship. You can do it by yourself, but when you're in a relationship, it's important to know what that person's thing is. Because if not, then it creates that clashing and that conflict unnecessarily. So again, the fact that you guys have that system, and it's important for people to know that that's what you got to have. Then, hey man, that's how you make successful relationships.
And honestly, Carlos, I was where you are now before I met Jay in terms of living alone. I just had the Chihuahua Thor, and I could come home, decide to make dinner, order out, hang out with the dog. But it was a moment in which I enjoyed my private time. I enjoyed that time in my life. And I realized early on, whoever I choose to be with, even if it advances to living with somebody, whatever the next steps are, it has to be better than this.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I really had enjoyed my alone time. Like you have to be so interactive during the day, out peopling, it's nice to be at home and just shut it down and have everything on your
Mhm.
terms until you meet the one that's worth trading that out for. So I get it.
100%. And
Yeah.
that's a very important statement to say. Yeah, it has to be better than this. And right now,
Exactly.
this right now for me is man. It's
Yeah, you're looking
it's
pretty
some next
comfy
level.
over there, Carlos. I'm just
You,
saying. We've been
you said
there.
what now?
So you're pretty comfy over there. We've been there. It's a nice
I'm,
setup.
I'm comfortable.
Dude, Carlos's crib is like if we weren't in the house, that's like the place I would want to be. Yeah. It's so sick. It's like I always say it's like fucking Tony Stark or Bruce Wayne's condo.
I love
Another thing I was going to say, yeah, like well, before I would say, like I don't want somebody to add stress to my life,
Mhm.
and I mean we both of us will initiate where we say all the time where we'll just be like, I love our life. I love our lives, like it's it's crazy. I mean, and I know you're that way with your place now where you're like, I want to get home. I like my home life. So it's fucking
Yeah, if I ain't
I
got
want to be
nowhere to
there.
be, I'm not stressed about nothing. I don't worry about anything. I don't have nowhere to be. Then this is where I'm gonna be at. And
Right.
so I don't know how I'm gonna meet somebody now because this is where I'm at. So, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. No, this is cool.
What Sandy said, ah, shoot,
I
Angel.
like that. I saw
Don't
that.
tell me a big bang might happen to me and I end up doing it again.
Yeah.
What's that?
Meaning like meeting somebody and living with somebody. Yep. It happened.
Yeah, BS Jeffrey said lift each other up, don't drag each other down. Yeah, exactly. Which yeah, she does. She and I mean very supportive and like it's funny cuz she'll say, like I'm happy you're working and everything, but I want you home.
Mhm.
But Natasha said let's find out Carlos is a vigilante superhero between comedy sets. Yeah.
Never know
Uh,
what I got going on in the background.
yeah, yeah, seriously. Well, should we wrap it up? Any final closing questions or comments?
Yeah, here's a question. Y'all answer this. So if y'all had to give someone advice on
Oh,
what would be how they can be successful, how they too can be successful in their relationship in 50 words or less, what you got?
um, I would say, like you hear the saying all the time that relationships are work and blah blah blah, and it's weird. I've always, again, this is the first time I've lived with somebody, but I've always said that I understand that it's going to take effort and everything, but I don't feel like it. I don't think it should be hard. Like if it's your right person, I feel like it should be. Again, you'll have hiccups or you'll have sucker duty issues from time to time, but overall, like the majority, I think should be like 90% or more that it's smooth sailing if it's the right person, in my opinion. And so I would just say, be patient and wait for the right person, and I think you'll know.
Hold on 1 second, Jay. One word to describe y'all's relationship. One word. If you put it in your own words, one word.
Let me come back to it. Let her answer, and then I'll
Okay.
give you the word. I gotta think of it.
And both of y'all had the same question, so both of y'all got to come up with one word outside of that question I asked.
Okay. And I would say that I think so many people when I was growing up, they would be like, we've been through so much, we got to be together forever. And I don't believe in that. I want to be together because we've not been through drama.
Mhm.
We are just, I think that the key is, it's important to be yourself, but be your courteous self, be your respectful self, be your loving self. And I just think that when you put that out there, the goal is to find somebody that just gets you.
Mhm.
And so I feel like he's my puzzle piece and definitely he gets me and he takes the time to. And I feel the same about him. I feel like I get him. I understand. And even when I don't, it's okay for him to not have to, you know, tell me everything that's going on. Hey, if you need anything, let me know. You good? That's okay too. I just think you should just be kind, be courteous, be respectful, and be there for the individual. There's that. In
There you
terms
go.
of what
One word.
one
You have
word
one?
that
One
describes
word to
us,
describe
our,
y'all.
our relationship.
Mhm.
I would say there's a word I'm looking for.
You want me to go?
You go
All right.
first, but there's a word.
I was gonna. I'm gonna just say love, because I feel like that is encompassing everything that I all the other words I could use. So if it was just one word, I'd just say love.
And I think
Yeah, top that, motherfucker.
I'm not going to do this shit.
Follow that.
Now we got to meet in the boxing ring, right after the show. We'll work this out on Galaga. I would say harmony, because it's just harmony. It really is poetry in motion. Yeah.
There it is.
I was thinking peace, and that harmony is a good one. Wow, Jay's so aggressive.
There it is.
Well, thank you everybody for coming on to the chat, and I hope you enjoyed meeting Angel, and we'll have her back on again. Maybe if people start sending questions, we'll have a reason to bring her back. Plug what do you want to plug, Carlos?
I got a show tonight. Don't worry about that. Then I am hosting Jimmy Kimmel's Late Show on Friday. Then it is my 50th on Saturday, and then I'm back to work next week with the Laugh After Dark Comedy Festival. So we got a lot going on. Check it out, parttimefamous.com.
Yes, and I'm doing Oyo this Friday. Saturday nothing, because it's all about Carlos Saturday, and then starting Sunday, Laugh After Dark Comedy Festival all week, and then next weekend I'll be in Connecticut. You can go to bigirisj.com for tickets. We got Laughlin coming up, me and Carlos. More Vegas stuff. Then Angel and I go to Ireland, and then I'll be in Barstow. Carlos and I will be in Barstow. Then I'm doing Foxborough, Massachusetts, Winter Haven, Florida. Again, go to bigirisj.com for tickets. And until next week, I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in, and keep putting the love back.
Appreciate that, Sandy. I saw you. Thank you.
What'd you say?
Sandy said happy birthday. I was like, I'm making sure I acknowledge that.
And like Victoria says, bye.